fuck, guys, I'm sorry. It looks like this is gonna be another one of them, 100-part videos. And all the parts like 50 seconds each. No, not that bad, but I'm just gonna show you here. I thought it was important. Looks like I'm gonna end up showing you almost the whole disassembly process. Let's see if you guys have a better angle. Just try from another angle here. Just give me a sec. Just try to be the instructor, the photographer, the camera guy, and the mechanic all at the same time. So here's the main gears of the overdrive, and what it is, it sort of looks like a differential. It sort of works by a similar principle, but there's 3 outer gears that are small. Inside there's this bigger gear, and as you can see, this is pretty. It's in great shape. Don't get me wrong. Look at that. So can you see? Can you see that? Let me just check. Yeah, you guys are seeing that, right? Yeah. So as I was saying, you can see there, it's pretty shiny. There's no pitting, not even on the gears. But there is some rust there. So I'm gonna get my wire brush, which is right here. And by the way, I do like to have wire brush, like 2 or 3 wire brushes. Then I'll use like one that's all full of grease and dirty, or like to remove the dirty, greasy stuff. And then I like to keep another one dry to remove the excess while it's dry. And this one here has a nice little like a little chisel thingy at the end here, which just helps to scrape off the scraper like that. But it does keep, because when you're dealing with greasy stuff, a lot of the grease and dirt will clog up the wire wound. Then you just gotta spray it with some. The wire brush is gonna damage the gears! Oh my god! Yeah, right, guys. This is cast iron. Scrape it for a million years. Your brush will wear out. And you won't even scratch this thing. What you definitely never want to do is use a sandblaster on this. Never. Sandblasters will damage it. Not to a point where it's unusable. Yeah, I don't severely pit it. Off. Later what I'll do is I'll just use the cleaner diesel or gasoline and just put the whole thing, all the parts, in just one big bucket, and let it soak for a few days. Part of the part that I'm going to show you, just a second. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention, it's a great idea to wear goggles. You guys should wear goggles. I'm pretty good at, controlling myself and, because the brush here, as I stroke it, it's gonna, spray diesel and grease in these directions. I'm pretty good at just making sure I don't scrape it towards myself so that it sprays it on my eye. But it has happened before to people, and So just be aware of that, and I mean, you should definitely wear goggles. I'm just going to be really careful here. But, I mean, you should probably not even do this. Just give me, you know, a couple $100,000 bucks, a couple $100 and I'll do it for you. If you do happen to do stuff like this, that goggles are a great idea. A little bit of stubborn dirt there. Have to use a chisel sometimes. Gently, gently. Size of the chisel is pretty big sometimes too. This chisel that I'm using is pretty blunt, not really sharp, so it won't scratch the metal. If you're using a sharp chisel, I mean, you should use it. Wire wheel and cleaning will fix all this later. I'm just gonna, I used to have a good piece of rag here. Just give it a light clean here. It's for you guys to see how nice that looks already. Just imagine how it's gonna look on the final cleaning. After the final cleaning. Take a look at that, guys. Holy fuck, eh? Look at that. Unbelievable, right? You never think it would be in this condition. Just, I mean, if you haven't watched my previous videos, the first video of, I showed the video as like of the transmission, of exactly how I got it. You won't believe it, guys. It's just unbelievable. Look at that. Nice and shiny. Now there is still a lot of debris inside between the gears. Once again, I'm just going to spray some oil. And I'm going to, like I said, lightly twist the gears here. Side to side, just to clean that off a little bit. Oh, looks like this won't come off this gear. Yes, it does come off. Isn't that great? Look at that. Now, what I mean by it's great when there's only one place you can put a part at. Gear, for example. Because that means you'll never get it wrong. It only go in one place, right? So here, for example, if I try to put it this way, see, it'll sort of go, but you can see that it's supposed to go all the way in. So otherwise, what are these other gears out here for? So the only way that this makes sense is if this part, the longer part, goes inside. All right? So there's an example. And with angled gears, you'll just have to go in only one direction. It's a lot of fun. I wish I could do this for a living. There you have it. And it goes with the diesel now. Set it aside here. It's nice and clean. There are, see, I was going to say bolts here, but they look like rivets. Some sort of crazy rivet, yeah. I was going to say you might be able to remove these little gears. There's not really a need to do that, but perhaps you want to replace them. But if for whatever reason, one day one of these gears broke, what I do is I buy a new one and I just drill a hole here and I put a bolt here instead. Now I'm not sure how much clearance we'd have, if there would be enough clearance to do this, but I'm thinking it might be done. Certainly be done somehow. Luckily all these gears are in good condition. They're in great condition. They're dirty right now, but they will be really nice and clean very soon. Getting all this excess junk off. Sorry, apologies if you're not able to see me right now, but I just want to do this here away from the camera because, fuck, I don't want to get grease on the camera. I'm not going to worry about cleaning the mill because it's going to be impossible by hand. It'll just come out after it's soaking in the diesel. And with gears, you don't want to whirl them around. I personally wouldn't do that because it'll hit against other gears and it's not good, right? Damage one of the gears slightly. It's just bolts and with cylinders, that's no problem. That method won't work for this here. So now, look at that. It's turning pretty freely. This one too. And this one too. So clean this part. Like I said, I'm just removing the excess. We'll use a toothbrush. I have a lot of dirt there. I'll jump right there. Toothbrush, regular toothbrush that you use to brush your teeth. Not anymore. Especially with a toothbrush, it's really easy to spray yourself and brush. Throw grease at your eyeball. I'm just really good at not doing it. You shouldn't try this without goggles. There we go. I have a big pot here. Actually, I'm just gonna put the other gear inside just so that you can see the progress that we've done. And all these gears, they fit in each other pretty snug. You have to move the other ones that we fit in. But so, I mean, if you have a little bit of dirt or rust, whatever, that'll be enough for them not to turn a lot of times. There we go. It's turning. Now the way this works is, see, there's a gear, there's the other gear, there's a space in between. If this is outside, like this, then the inner gear is turning like that. But it's turning, yeah, it's if that space is right in between like that, see now the gear is turning the little gears, which in turn turn that big gear there. Alright, like that. So you see the other outer gears, these gears are turning too. This is turning. Now if this goes all the way in, now it engages the teeth that are on this round, on this housing, whatever, this big piece of metal. So now the whole thing turns, you see? The outer gears, these gears here, they no longer turn. Right, so now what happens is, just this is turning, and that big gear, sorry, I did the right explanation, but yeah, with this whole thing turning, these gears aren't moving, therefore they're moving this here, this big gear here, like that, look. Alright? This is very smart. So, you see it's moving the whole thing. When these gears, they engage that big gear there. If they're not moving, this whole thing is moving, it's moving that together with it. Now if it's outside like that, now the outer gears are moving, therefore, you know, this whole thing is not moving. And if these outer gears are moving, then that big gear won't move. It'll just spin around this. This will just spin around like this. Let me see if I can show you guys. So now the outer gears, these three little gears, they're spinning. So they're inside here, you see? Look at that. Why there's still some junk on the big gear. So you see the big gear is stationary, while only the gear here in the middle is turning. This big gear does need something. Now if this is engaged like that, now the whole gear turns, you see? So basically, the overdrive adds 2 gears to the car. So if it's a 3-speed car, now you have 5 speeds. You have 2 extra speeds, which is great. I'm yet to do a video showing driving a 3-speed on the highway, freeway, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, now the gears are turning nicely. And there we have it. It's not nice, guys, driving 3 gears. That was optional back then. So you can see, there you have it. This gear's pretty dirty still. Got a little wire wheel, which is pretty good for this kind of stuff. All the dirt is coming out easily with the diesel. It's pretty amazing what the diesel can do. It's a pretty good cleaning agent. It's really good for cleaning glass as well from the car. Had some overspray, basically spray paint on the glass. It was already dry. The previous owner didn't do a good job at protecting the glass when he did the paint job. But paint was dry, and I used diesel to provide, you know, because it's oil, right? Diesel oil. And I used I think it's called a putty knife. It's just a wide blade knife. It's really sharp. And I removed the paint. Anyways, this will get cleaned later. I won't clean it now. I'm not going to let you guys don't have to watch me clean. And once again, if this part here, if none of the gears are turning, then it's just turning the shaft directly. It's just turning around. Okay, now I'm going to here. other part here. There's another piece in there. But you know, guys, like I said, you see, it's just so simple. You know, if this was modern transmission, there'd be hundreds of pieces of bolts. They're all shit. I mean, there probably wouldn't be any transmission left. It would be all rusted through. I have to pry this out a little bit. Gently, because I don't want to damage anything. Oh no, okay, I won't be able to remove this right now. There's just a big, huge snap ring in here. Yeah, it looks like. The sound is kind of annoying. I'm just going to turn it off. That's better. Sound-wise, it's gonna get cold though. Now, you have to clean this off because the rust will soak the oil, diesel, whatever you throw on it. So it will create friction. So you gotta clean. Oil and clean, oil and then clean. There's a funny looking part on this shaft here. Let me see, is it gonna be turned? Should have proper tool for removing snap rings. Hope we not have to do so, but this video might have to end early. It's coming out easily though. Let's see. So it is turning. Just left it soaking diesel for days, but kind of want to get this going along. Still have to remove the need to manually remove the rust and junk. Oh, it's coming out. I really like snap rings. I don't like them at all. I'm gonna do it the MacGyver way, but you gotta be careful. I don't want to warp it. I don't want to reuse it. I don't want to damage it, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push one end out, and it clears. It sort of gets away from the hole. The slot. I'm just going to put this screwdriver here so that it doesn't go back in. There we go. Stay there, you bastard. And every time I'm moving it around, you know, it's clearing that rust there, but I mean, it's very small amount. Here is a special tool for removing snap rings. There's a little tab, a little ear on it, so I won't damage it, don't worry. And the proper tool is just faster and easier, but this will work. And your eyes as well, I guess. This will hit back. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. There we go. So nice and round. It'll be a bitch to put it back in, but by then I'll probably have bought the tool. With that removed, this piece here should come out. Obviously there's now a lot of junk on the slot. So let's just clean it off, put some new oil in. And there we go. I think it should come out now. Let's see. I'm just prying it over here. Let's quickly show you guys. There's a little ear. Gently prying it off here. Very gently. So you guys, this thing is, I mean, it's literally half a century, over half a century old. There's a peanut butter bit. And I mean, like you said, you see there's this big slot, this big protrusion here, big ear if you will, so that, you know, there's only one place where it will go. If it was modern, this thing will just be round and there'll be these tabs here, and I mean there's probably, 10 different ways it could go. So I mean, that's why Jeep uses these transmissions, right? That's why so many car makers, manufacturers use them as well. These things are, man, they're fucking indestructible. Oh yeah, and there's another transmission from my research. It's just a stronger version, an even stronger version of this transmission. But it basically just has 3 little outer gears. I think they're called moon gears, if you will. They have 4 instead of just 3. So here, there's just 3. 1, 2, 3. They have 4, so stronger. So I think they were using like Corvettes and big muscle cars like that. These parts are all over the place now. But this transmission, I mean, Jeep, unless you wanted to use a Jeep to race, on the fucking, Rocky Mountain, you would need that transmission. But, this here, this will work for really tough applications. There's a little bit of work now. Next one will come out easily. It's already moving, just gotta